Okay. Today is like, I think it's like almost day 20 of the cut. We're getting close to the 20th day at least. We're gonna be doing chest day today. I wanted to change things up from last time. So last time we did incline Smith. So I wanna go back to some incline dumbbell press. This time I have a more stable bench, so hopefully I won't be as like unstable and wobbly. Just did a quick warm-up set for the shoulders, so like some front raises, side raises, the rotator cuff stretch where you're grabbing the dumbbell and then rotating back like that, and then some like diagonal raises, sort of say. So shoulders are as warmed up as they're gonna get, so we'll see now how they feel throughout these pressing movements. So got the 80s here. This will be our first set. I think I went a notch too high on the incline. I gotta drop that down one. So drop the incline a notch back. He had it a little bit too high where it was using more of the shoulders. I'm trying to target more of the upper chest. Not too bad for that second set of the 80s. Still want more like to be more grounded and more stable, but wasn't that bad. We'll do one more set of 75. We'll do one more set of 75 and then we'll move on to machine chest press. So now that incline dumbbell's done, we're gonna be moving on to some machine press. I think we did 155 last time, or no, it was 150 last time. So we'll put it back to 150, see how many reps we could get. Bump that up a notch. Anterior delt's feeling pretty good so far, so that's good. I'm starting to see a difference in like when I press, if I don't squeeze and grip onto whatever I'm pressing like really tight, then my anterior delt starts to be used too much and then it hurts. But if I squeeze like really tight as I'm pressing, then it seems to be pretty fine. And I feel more like stable too, so keep that in mind for all the further pressing movements that we have left to do. Same thing for this second set here now. Okay, onto some cable flies. Gotta lower these down. So we just finished doing some seated machine chest press. Now we're gonna do some flies. So essentially our chest workout comes down to two different pressing movements, being the incline dumbbell and the seated machine press, and then two fly movements, which is gonna be the cable flies and then the pec deck. Well, that second set didn't record, but I switched out the handles, so I got these two handles instead. But so instead of pressing downwards like this, which we were doing for our first set, we pressed like that. So instead of rotating the hands like underhand like that, it was just pressing this way. So just to overall give me like a different feeling for the squeeze. So for this next chest exercise, we're gonna be squeezing downwards like that, keeping the chest upright and just trying to get as much of a squeeze as possible on the pecs. So not a pressing movement, it's a sort of fly movement, almost like a decline fly. For these, I have to go a lot lighter for the weight, because again, it's not really on like pressing, it's just on getting that nice big squeeze. So we want a weight that's heavy enough where we have resistance and it's harder to get that squeeze, but light enough where we could actually bring the two arms together, like squeeze them together. Take a 10-second rest pause. Alrighty. So to finish off chest, We're gonna finish off with the pec deck. Do like 2 sets of these, and we'll call it there. Okay, to get a bigger stretch on the eccentric part of the rep, we're gonna grab outside the handle now. So like right over here. That was good, dude. Okay, so chest is done. We did about, let's see, so we started off with incline dumbbell, then we did a machine press, then we did cables, and then we went to pec deck. So not too much volume, 3 sets, 2 sets each. Usual stuff for chest. Got a pretty nice pump going out of it. Hardly any carbs in the system today besides I did kind of cheat and throw in an ice cap. So only carbs that we have are the carbs from the ice cap, and then for the meal we just had and the broccoli, the carbs in the broccoli. We just had like broccoli and a clean hamburger patty with a 0-cal sauce. So we'll check out the pump, see what we've been cooking up for today's chest day, and then move on to forearms, and then do some cardio.
मैं नहीं तो ये होने वाला तुम भी रखो
Cardio is done. Almost 10 for the distance. 323 calories burnt. 35 plus minutes in. We bumped the gear to 11 pretty much throughout the whole session. We dropped it to 10 during the last 5 minutes just to incorporate some sort of progressive overload. You gotta find like little things to increase when you can't do it with the weights all the time. So whether it's cardio or throwing in an extra rep in your set, it's always good to have some sort of progressive progress. Always be progressing and trying to break through those plateaus. So for me, I noticed for my cardio that I was struggling to keep it on the 11th gear. So over the past week, I tried cycling at a higher gear and staying at the 11th gear as long as I could, and each time I got higher and higher to the point where now we're at like the last 5 minutes before we drop the gear, or well, in this case the level. So this is what I mean. increasing that increases the resistance on the pedals, making it harder to pedal. But yeah, tomorrow's going to be either back or arms, or even a possibility of shoulders in there. So until the next one,